In this video you will learn how to install Minecraft modpack based on an example of roguelike and dungeons. First we will go through the instructions for client and then for server. The server part is not required for the client to work, so you can skip that if you are just interested in the client side. You can find all the links in the description of this video. First you need to download MultiMC. You need to install appropriate version of Java. You need to remember that Java is based on the Minecraft version that is used for the modpack. And after that you need to download modpack client and modpack server if you're interested into that one as well. Again, links can be found in the description. This example uses roguelike dungeons, but the same rules will apply to any other modpack. MultiMC doesn't have to be installed, so you can just unpack it from the archive that it was downloaded. Select appropriate version of Java and set minimum and maximum memory allocation. These values are based on the memory you have on your PC. I'm suggesting to assign at least 6 GB. After that, MultiMC is ready to be used. To connect your roguelike and dungeons client to MultiMC, you need to press add instance, select import from zip, click browse and navigate to the folder where your client is located. Most likely it's in downloads. This will take some time, so be patient. The first time you will use MultiMC, they will ask for your password and user account that is used for Minecraft. After that, the program will remember the values, so it won't be asking you again. This will take some time, so be patient. Game can now be configured. The values I'm suggesting are of course based on your needs, so do whatever you want with them. Go to settings. You can increase your FOV, which means field of view, but normally you don't want to go over 90. Then go to controls and change the value for open backpack, as normally there are a couple of shortkeys assigned to B. After that, I recommend to change sneak and sprint, but some people are used to having the default Minecraft. Lock orientation can be removed completely. As for video settings, it's purely based on your computer performance, so it's something that will work for you. The next step is optional. If you don't want to do it or your computer is not strong enough, you can jump to server or connecting to a server. First, we need to install one mod that is not included into this modpack, or in general most of the modpacks, which is called Optifine. you need to find a version of Optifine which is compatible with Minecraft used in that particular modpack. After that, you place it in your instance of the modpack that is installed in MultiMC. Generally, you want to have Optifine installed regardless whether you will use shaders and texture pack, as Optifine increases performance of the game. You can now start Minecraft. If Optifine was installed correctly, under the C key, you will see a zoom. That's the easiest way to verify that it's installed properly. You will also see new options in video settings, thanks to it, so you can start using them as well. They will be required for shaders and for the texture pack. You can find examples and links to shaders at my website. There are plenty full of different shaders, so it's up to you to decide whether you want to use one and which one. I suggest to install several of them and try them out. For sure you will find one or more to be suitable for you. The installation is pretty simple. You just download them and place them in shader packs directory in your instance of Minecraft mod. You have to be patient here because applying of shaders takes some time. For some of them it will take a long time. Additionally, you will notice that some of them are better optimized and some of them are worse in optimization, which means your game might be laggy with some of them, whilst still working very good with others. I'm leaving that up to you to decide whether you want to use any particular one. For texture packs, I will use Conquest, but you're free to select any other texture pack. The installation process is same for all of them. Which is important, and that applies both to shaders as is for texture pack. Sometimes it is required that that texture pack will follow the version of Minecraft. I often try to do that as well. When the download is completed, you can place texture pack in resources directory. It's easy to be navigated from the Minecraft by pressing the resource pack folder button. As you see, you can apply both shaders and texture pack without restarting Minecraft. All of this can be placed and applied when the game is running. The final result, what you see now, is shader packs combined with texture pack. So you might notice the game looks quite different than default Minecraft. To install a server, you need to extract it first. When that's done, you need to agree to the license. You do that by setting the EULA value to true. After that, you can set up the properties of the server. I normally set allow flight to true as I want to use glides on my server. Apart from that, I am setting the view distance for a higher number, but you need to remember that that applies to all the players, so it might have a huge hit on the performance. You need to remember the server port you have set up here, as this will need to be used in program which you configure your router settings, or for the client when you're connecting to a server. The only config values I am changing are the scaling health configuration. I'm often adding the penalty for sleeping, but additionally I'm adding a difficulty release when someone dies. So then the server can balance itself without changes to it. Launch server but for most of the players doesn't have to be changed, but I like to set Java to be used directly from a path. And I disable the no GUI option. I would like to see the output from the GUI instead of the command line. When that's done, you can double click on Start Server. The server should pop up immediately. It will take a lot of time the first time you will start the server, as it has to create world and required configurations. If you are going to update server to newer version, the only directory you have to copy from old instance of the server is the Biome Bundle folder. When server is set up, you can start the client and connect to the server. To connect to a server, you need to go to the multiplayer options, and it's wise to save your server parameters by pressing Add Server button. You can give the server any name you want, and then the server address would be an IP for the server you're gonna to use, and then colon and the port that's going to be used for the server. I'm using localhost as my server is put on my machine. When the server starts correctly, then you would be connected to the server. That's all for this how-to. Thank you for watching and see you next time.